you have all these aspirations, missions, ideas, things you always wanted to do, maybe in your early 20s, mid-20s, before your 30s, but you never take action, you never take anything serious, you procrastinate. You say, okay, maybe later I'll have time. I'll do them later, but you never do them. And instead of doing them, you procrastinate and spend your time watching porn and jacking off. I used to be there. I used to have ideas, things I want to do, things that I really wanted to do, but I just kept procrastinating. And instead of doing them, I did the meaningless, watching porn, fapping all the time, scrolling social media, watching movies for 4 hours a day, fantasizing about stupid stuff and all the rest. My name is Jody CB, and today I'll be teaching you why you need to stop procrastinating and what you can actually do about it. The goal of this channel is mainly to help porn addicts who are like me get from that to purposeful and ambitious young men. Not about my power, not about my strength, but by the grace of God. That's basically it. So I know everybody's been there. Everybody has those goals. Everybody has those ambitions. Everybody has those passions. They have those things that, okay, I would like to do this. I would want to do that. That would be nice. Everybody has them. But most people just procrastinate. Guys mostly. They procrastinate. They push it to later. I'll do later. Later. But they never do them. In my case, I had a few things. I would say, okay, I'll do this, but I never did it. Instead, I'll procrastinate. Say, okay, later. And instead, I'll spend my time doing meaningless, foolish stuff, scrolling for 4 hours, have screen time of like 12 hours a day, watching all this uneducative, sexual erotic content, from the music videos to the movie scenes, to the music I was listening to the erotic content online, stuff like that. Basically, I had two main things. The first one I would say was football, and the second one was like music. Let me explain. For football, from the ages of, let's say, around 10, I knew I could play like soccer, to be specific, or football. Most people call it football. I knew I could play football, but I never really took it serious. And I loved it. I watch football all the time up till now. I still watch football. I'm very passionate about it. I know almost every player you can mention, both past and present. I know all of them. But I never really took it serious. And I knew I could play. I could play very well, better than most people my age at the time. I would say I had decent talents, decent potential. Without no training, without no nothing, I was decent, I would say. But I never really built on anything. I just kept, I'll play every once in a while. Even though I wanted to play constantly, I would find it difficult to consistently go at it, to improve myself on this aspect. Okay, I need to do this better. I'll just stay just stay on chill and do the stupid stuff instead. As time went on, I continued with that habit, and eventually that they just faded out. But as for the music, the same thing applies to that one too. I started just writing. First of all, I love listening to music. I love music. I listen to music all the time. I started out just writing, just from first singing along to songs I knew. Then from there, I was like, I'll actually like this stuff. Let me see if I can write something actually. Step writing every once in a while. It was not that good, but I would say it was still decent. Rap, to be specific. Every once in a while, I just keep writing something. But I never really took it seriously. It was never like consistent. I'll write like maybe once a month, twice a month, maybe once in 2 months. Nothing really serious. I was just, if I felt like that once in a year, so I'll do it once in a year. If I felt like that once in a month, I'll do it once in a month. Anytime the feeling came, I did it. And the feeling didn't come most of the time. It was very, very. So I kept on just continuing like that, procrastinating. Hey, I would do it. Let me just focus on it now. What am I doing now? Spend most of my time scrolling, watching movies, jacking off, watching Kendra Lost, watching Angela White, watching Victoria Kiska and everybody else. And I was getting older. Continued in that cycle, continued. And it was getting to a point where I was not even feeling like even writing or having anything to do with those things again. As for the football had gone. I was gone. Now I'm still partying with the music to like keep it alive. So that was where I was at. A result of procrastination. Kept procrastinating. So if you don't take time, if you don't check yourself, you can end up in that same position. And maybe, unlike, you may not be lucky enough to even come out of it. That is some actionable steps you can actually take to stop procrastinating and what you can do to fix it. First of all, you need to stop believing in yourself and believe in God. Everybody says this, believe in yourself, go, believe in yourself, work hard. You can do it. You can do everything. If you just put your mind to it, you can do it. But you have been putting your mind to it for how many years now? One way or the other, if you still fail, you still disappoint yourself. You may have a good streak, no lie. Everybody has that. You may have a good period where you keep doing it, okay. And that period, you're happy. You say, yes, I can do this. But when you fall, you feel so down, so depressed, feel so unworthy, so worthless. You feel like, oh, I was doing this before. Why can't I do it again? I keep on going up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. It's obvious that you can't do it. Sure, everybody has their periods where they can do something. You have their good time, you have their good runs, you have their bad runs. But if it's up to you, you would eventually fail. You have been trying to get out of addiction since, let's say, since 10. You've been addicted since 10. Started masturbating since around 10, 11, 12. You've been saying, I'll quit. But you keep falling. You keep failing. You're 15. Okay, I need to quit. Keep failing. 16, failing. 17, failing. 18, failing. 19, failing. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. You're about having a fiancé. You're still in this addiction, failing. Some people are even getting married with this addiction, failing. They can't come outside. Oh, if only I can do it, but to no avail, they can't. You need to stop believing in yourself and believe in God. There's no other way. There's no other place. There's no other person. There's no other tactic. There's no skill that I can give you personally that will guarantee you quit this addiction forever. There's nothing like that. Doesn't exist apart from God. There is nothing you can do. Have a relationship with God. Hand it over to Him. You need to acknowledge that you can't do it on your own. You need help. Most people don't come to that realization. That's why they stay stuck in the addiction. You need to come to that realization that, okay, I can't do this by myself. That's where I was at. I was at the end of myself. I knew that if it's up to me, I will never escape this addiction. I would never. Then from there, when you finally accept that you can't do it by yourself, you need help. From there, God can actually help you to come out of this addiction. That's the point. Then the second thing, have something of genuine importance. Most people, they procrastinate because what they actually have to do is not basically anything attached to them. Like, what do I mean? They don't really care about the thing that they're actually doing. They're just doing it to pass time. Maybe you'll be saying, okay, I could write novels. But you don't really like writing novels. You don't really like coding. You're just doing it to pass time now because that's what you can do at that particular moment in time. That's what you know how to do. But from one circumstance to the other. But you don't really like it. Like, when I say like something, you don't like, when you think about it, you start visualizing the future, things you can actually do with that thing. You don't have those moments. Without skill or without ability. You just feel, okay, I just do this thing for the meantime and stuff like that. You're not deeply connected to it. It's not genuine. You just need to pass time. Like, some people, most people use the gym. I go to the gym, coach hours. They're not really attached to that stuff. They're not passionate about it. But if you meet somebody that's passionate about it, when it comes up in conversations, they'll be like, oh yeah, I do this, I do that. You see the passion in their body, you see it in their eyes. That's what I mean. Have something genuine. For me, it's music. I'm really passionate about it. I love it. I know how to do it. I want to know how to do it better. How can I approach from this angle and this, that, stuff like that. So find yours. It could be anything. That's up to you. I can't choose for you. No, find yours. The next thing will be like to cut, for excuse my lack of better term, but to cut the bullshit out. Most people just procrastinate because their plate is filled with too much nonsense. Okay, let's say they have a genuine task to do. Like, let's say I have music. But let's say I keep all the bad habits. I keep scrolling. I keep watching all the contents, all the sexual content, all the movies, all the this, that. Of course, I'll procrastinate. If you cut all those things off, if you cut them off, and you're only left with your genuine purpose or something like that, you would have no choice but to do it because there's no other thing to actually even do. So let's say somebody that has, let's say you have a passion, and let's say your passion is like, let's take coding for instance. You really love coding. You're passionate about it. Let's say you code, but at the same time, you like going out for drinking. You like going out smoking. You like spending the weekends out. You like staying up late. You like schooling. You like watching all the movies. You like Netflix. You like hanging with your girl. You like doing all these things. All these things are not really good for you at any point of your life. You like drinking, all those stuff like that. You spend time on your phone 9 hours a day, 10 hours, 11 hours a day, all those stuff like that. When you want to actually do the coding, when you want to actually code, you'll be like, okay, when I'm done with this thing, okay, I will do that. When I'm done with this thing, I'll do that. Some instances, you'll be coding and you'll be like, let me just stop coding now and do this thing and I'll come back to it. Then before you know, you're already gone. You're already gone from that moment in time. You can't even overcome it because there are too many things on your plate. But compared to the guy that only has coding, he has cut off all the extra fluff, all the extra noise and everything. There's only coding there. The main thing is coding. There's only coding there. What do you think he would spend his time doing? He will code because he has nothing else to do. So he spends most of his time coding. So that's the basic idea. The next thing will be to be honest and realistic about your expectations. Look, be honest with yourself. Don't lie. Don't cut all the BS. Be honest with yourself. If you keep procrastinating, where would you end up in life? Where would you be in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years? If you keep up with these habits, write it down now. on a piece of paper. Write it down now. If you keep up with the doom schooling, with the late nights out, with the drinking, with the constant cigarette smoking, with the 10 hours a day Netflix, where would you be in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years? Where would you be? Write that down now. Most likely you will not be where you want to be. Your life will be shit. Now let that sink in. Process it. Don't bullshit. Be honest. Be honest with yourself. Your life wouldn't be where you want it to be. And you would tell me if you're happy with us. Most likely not. So that's that. Then the last thing that I'll say, to feed your passions. So there are things you can do to, like, let's take for my music example. When I'm just on my own, let me say I just like hear, let's say I just like, because I like music. Let's say I hear a beat. And I hear that beat, I'm like, this stuff is good. This stuff is, I keep like, I feel it in myself. I feel it. Do stuff like that. I don't know what it may be, the case may be for you, but do stuff like that. Something that can ignite that flame in you. Those conversations that you can have with your friend. Those things that you can do. Sometimes even in the main task, sometimes I just be like, oh shit. And you'd be like, okay, let's go. Reflect on goals, reflect on targets you want to set. Why you started this in the first place, where you're headed, your destination. Reflect on those, and your fire will always be high. You always have the desire to keep going. And again, I'll say it again, most important, because I've said it in the first thing, don't believe in yourself. Because if it's up to you, you will never make it. Trust in God. It all starts from there. Then you can believe. So that's about it. If you want to see more of my content, want to see more of my videos, like, subscribe, do these two stuff, comment, share the video. It's a win-win for both of us. And I'm also building something that can help men go from porn addicts to purposeful and ambitious men through God's grace, not mine. And doing some research. Now, I'd like to know about the experiences of guys just like you, how the addictions affect your life, your health, your self-image, your relationships with your family, girlfriends, spouse, fiancés, who knows, how it's affected you in general, your life, and how it's tumbled your life from all these years, how it's messed up your brain, how it's destroyed your self-confidence, your self-esteem, your self-image, and everything like that. I'd like to know. You can reach out to me on X, formerly known as Twitter. We can have a deep conversation, very intimate, very deep, very vulnerable, completely free, no charges, no nothing, just two young guys or two guys in general talking about their porn addiction and how they can overcome it through God's grace, not anybody else's. So, sounds like you. Links in the description. Hit me up. Message me on X. Respond as soon as I can. And thanks for watching the video. So, remember, trust in God, not yourself. Cut out the bad habits, do the good habits, and be consistent. Peace.